What's going on, guys? Person talking and back again with another review of Smackdown Live, the 1000th episode for the 16th of the 10th, 2018. And this Smackdown 1000 show was a letdown for the majority of the show. Was a letdown. The only thing that I think I liked about the show was the evolution thing when we had the Batista and Triple H confrontation. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But apart from that, apart from that, the show was like it was like a typical episode of SmackDown. Like take away Evolution, it'd be like a basic episode of SmackDown, and it wasn't even 3 hours. They actually had it on 2 hours. They had no Michael Cole or Taz, and this is SmackDown 1000. That means Taz and Michael Cole were the focal point of that show. They had Jerry Lawler and Booker T, which also they were part of SmackDown in the early days as well, especially Booker T, and Jerry Lawler was on the very first SmackDown with JR and Michael Cole. But yeah, no Taz and Michael Cole. I think that was kind of one thing they missed out on. They should have got Taz because he isn't even signed with any wrestling company right now. He's basically just doing his podcast, so they could easily get Taz. But anyway, the show starts off with Truth TV, and the theme of the night was basically TV segments. We had our Truth TV, we had the Cutting Edge. I don't know why we had all these TV segments. Like we have like the highlight reel. We have Truth TV now. The Cutting Edge came back. So I don't know. I mean, that's just a total filler that I don't want to see on the show. Like, it's okay to have like the Cutting Edge for nostalgia if you want to have it, but Truth TV for just dancing, it doesn't make any sense. Now, when they do like a TV show segment angle thing where they're actually going to try to put over a feud, I can accept it because it's actually involving the wrestlers in a compelling storyline. But if they're just dancing like R-Truth and Carmelo was with the McMahons, I don't want to see that. That should be left on the fucking pre-show or fucking on YouTube somewhere. It should not be left on the beginner of a SmackDown 1000 episode. On the beginner on a 1000 episode of SmackDown. It shouldn't begin that way. But anyway, the first match of the night was a tag team match. It was the Usos versus AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. Honestly, good opener. I wouldn't say it was the best match, but the Usos actually got the win, which actually shocked me. I thought maybe AJ and Daniel Bryan would get the win. Basically, there was a bit of confusion between AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, and the Usos hit a double super kick on both of them and get the win. Then we have the Cutting Edge with Edge and Becky Lynch, and I actually love this segment. This was probably the best segment of the night. You had one of the best. Evolution was probably first, and I'll say about this for a second. But anyway, Edge is basically, well, you know what? You may be proud right now, Becky, that you're the champion, but when you're retired like I am, and you look at all those titles that you've won on your wall, and how lonely that you was winning those belts after all those friendships that you betrayed, and she, you know what? I don't care about the friendships I ruined. I'm just thinking about myself. I want to get to the top. And then Charlotte comes out, and basically, she does her normal shit, and then after that, Becky says that to Edge. Becky says to Edge, "Get out my ring, Edge, before you break your neck." I was like, bruh, that is like a savage, bruh. Like she had no chill right there. But yeah. Anyway, on to the Evolution segment. So we get all Evolution out. We have Ric Flair, Randy Orton, Batista, and Triple H again. And basically they're putting each other over, and obviously this leads to Batista basically coming on the mic, and the fans like, Batista, Batista. And I'm like, 4 years ago, wasn't the fans saying Blue Teaster, Blue Teaster, and then when they saying like Batista and whatever like that, and then 4 years later they're like Batista, Batista. Like, man, like 4 years has changed, and I know that was a whole mess because they should have had Batista as a heel and stuff like that, but that's just how I feel about that. But anyway, Batista gets on the mic and he's basically saying that he wants to have one more match, and he says that the game is on everything else in this business apart from beating Batista, which he hasn't. And basically they have a stare down between Triple H and Batista, and then Ric Flair has to break it up. The tension's there, so it looks like at WrestleMania, maybe a retirement match for Batista, because I've heard before on Jericho's podcast he wants to work with Triple H as his final match. So the season have been planning for Triple H and Batista. So I'm pretty excited for that. You know, I hope that they actually put this one as good as they did with the last feud they had, because the one reason that I liked the Batista and Triple H feud in 2005 was because they slowly built up Batista as a main event guy. And the one thing I didn't like about the Randy Orton and Triple H feud, because they rushed the Triple H and Randy Orton feud like way too quickly. And with Batista, like they slowly but gradually made him a main event guy. They didn't really shoot him to the top because his name was like Randy Orton or something like that. They slowly but gradually made him a main event guy. And I just love the build up to that storyline. In my opinion, I think that's the best thing. But if they can replicate any of that into this feud that they're going to have at WrestleMania, then I'll be happy. And then we had Rey Mysterio versus Shinsuke Nakamura in main event. This match was good. I thought that these two guys had a good match. It was what it was. Rey Mysterio to 619 and gets the win. Then we had a World Cup qualifier with the Miz and Rusev. Was it Miz and Rusev? I don't know who it was. It was that Rusev was in the match, but I think I cannot remember if it was Miz or whatever. But yeah, it was a qualifying match for the World Cup, and the Miz got the win thanks to Aiden English distracting him. And so that's like, so we have basically all the Americans are in the World Cup, and we have no international stars. And it's a World Cup. I mean, does that make any sense? Like, if you're trying to do a World Cup theme on a pay-per-view, and you on a World Cup, you're supposed to basically have different nationalities representing that country. But if it's WWE and Kevin Dunn, they're like, you know what? We're gonna make our own rules. We're gonna call it the World Cup, but we're not gonna have any different nations in this World Cup. We're just gonna have the USA in here, and basically call it the US Open. Without copyrights from the golf or whatever, because I know the US Open's on right now in golf and stuff. So instead of calling it the US Open, they're gonna call it the World Cup Jewels, or whatever the fuck that picture is called. But yeah, that was a dumb thing there. But anyway, that's my review of SmackDown Live 1000. What do you guys think about the show? Leave your thoughts in the comment section box, and I will check you guys later.